Hello, my name is Ellie, and I want to talk to you about having a strict parent. Being a parent is hard, they say, and some parents do a perfect job. Some don't. And then there's my mom. She has taken this parenting thing too serious, to my mind, and I am scared of her. Listen to my story. My mom is single. My dad died when I was only 2, and I don't remember him at all. My mom was very young, 23 or 24 at the time, and there was literally no one to help her. She was an orphan. But kudos to my mom. Her self-control and discipline is admirable. She managed to get a job, raise me, and never complained. How did she manage to sort out her life without any support? She's that type of obsessive person who is supposed to be excellent in everything they do. She was a straight-A student at school, top student at college. Then she got pregnant and had me. But her life was well planned. The initial idea was that when I grew up a bit, she was returning back to studies and starting her career as a lawyer, and I am sure she would have succeeded. But then my dad died, and she had to reinvent herself, get a job, and forget about studies. So this is where my mom's story ends and mine starts. I have always been a regular child. I mean, an absolutely ordinary child, 100% similar to any other child on the earth. But this was not enough for my mom. You see, looking back, I understand that her thought was that her daughter must be perfect, like anything else in her life. And I was not perfect at all. I liked running around, shouting, climbing trees, jumping in puddles, and coming home dirty, being lazy and disobeying, sometimes throwing tantrums. And this is when it all started. She started being strict and punishing me. No domestic violence, of course. I was 5 or 6 when my mother once got angry at me and explained to me very clearly that she expected me to be obedient, calm, and do whatever she told me to do. It all sounds perfectly normal, but you should have seen the look she gave me at that point. She explained to me that she was already having lots of problems and didn't want me to add any. So I was supposed to grow up immediately and become a responsible young lady. And she actually didn't expect any objections. That was when my super disciplined life started. I was not supposed to get in any trouble. I was not supposed to object to what I was told to do. I was supposed to be always neat, tidy, precise, and punctual. At school, I had to get only A marks. And what happened if I failed? Well, nothing terrible. She was just looking at me and saying calmly that she was deeply disappointed. It's horrible to get that from your mom, believe me. If I screwed up a lot, she grounded me, or banned me from watching TV, or something else. If it was a huge screw-up, I got special treatment. Once, after school, I didn't go straight home but went for a walk with my friends. When I came home, Mom stared at me. Just stared. Nothing else. She didn't pronounce a word. And she remained silent for a couple of weeks until I got my courage and came to her to make peace. It doesn't sound horrible at all. It's not abuse or anything. But for me, this was pressure I couldn't bear. Point is that I was not perfect. I was not good enough at school, and I couldn't meet my mom's expectations. And I got punished not only when I did something wrong, but when I did my best and failed. I remember that sometimes I received test marks and prayed to God it was an A. If it was a B, I came home and Mom explained to me coldly that I was disappointing. I started telling lies to cover up some things that my mom wouldn't like, and when she found out, she stopped talking to me for weeks. It was a vicious circle of blame and punishment, and I couldn't get out of it. Don't think it was always terror and nothing else. She's actually very affectionate, and I got lots of attention from her and lots of love, until at some point I didn't screw up again, and this emotional roller coaster gave me lots of stress. However, there is a good point in having a strict parent. At some point, you notice that you start being more organized and responsible. This is my strong point. But when I got to my teens, I was so frustrated because my mom told me who my friends could be and who not, and what I was supposed to do or think, and of course, no boys. You don't treat a teenager like that. I'm not a child anymore. But I still couldn't stand up for myself. What I did was I took up volleyball and became the strongest hitter on my team. I put all the force of my frustration into every attack I was making. However, when I was 16, time came to do something. Once Mom again tried to prohibit me from going out with my friends without explaining any reasons, I said no. That's when I decided to give her the talk. Time had finally come to stand up for myself. I told her that I was 16. I was a responsible and mature person, and I could decide for myself what was wrong and what was right. I was not perfect, and I understood that she wanted me to succeed in order to fulfill ambitions she had to put off. But now it was enough. I'm soon going to college, Mom. Just leave me alone and take care of yourself. It was harsh, and Mom made this stiff face she always had. But it didn't influence me anymore. I just came out of home and understood that she couldn't do anything to me. She had to give up at some point. And you know what? Life goes on. I am going to college. I don't want to be perfect for my mom anymore, and she seems to have found a new boyfriend. So now she has left me in peace. My childhood wasn't the happiest one, but I'm thankful to my mom for teaching me that you need determination and discipline to succeed in life. And those punishments? Well, I have to get over them. No one is perfect, not even my mom. Do you know some better ways to deal with strict parents? Tell them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel to hear more stories like this one.